Well, welcome to our show today. We're Dan, Kassi, and Rico, and we will be talking about all sorts of different things, but I would like to talk about reality, if that is, or what is reality.
Or the lack thereof.
Or the opportunity for saying, what does reality mean, and is there only one common reality for everybody?
Well, truth is beauty and beauty truth. So, there you have it.
What?
I remember way back in high school. And
what the hell did he just say?
I don't know. That's what I said.
Truth is beauty and beauty is truth.
Where'd you get that from?
I think it's William Butler Yeats, but I'm not sure. I got so much in my head sometimes I don't know where I got stuff from.
Yeah. Well, you might want to dispense every now and again.
I'm not good at that. I'm pretty much building more shelves.
Jimmy, bring in the knife.
Cut it out, ladies and gentlemen.
I read a great article about lobotomies in the 30s and 40s. And one of the doctors was such a proponent of lobotomies that he would travel from town to town and do lobotomies for $25 on pretty much anybody who wanted one. And they were mostly done on children, unruly children.
Wow.
And it was called a suborbital lobotomy, and he would stick an ice pick above your eye, through your eye socket, and wiggle it around a little bit.
How nice.
Wow, did I get off track?
Wow, but I want to ask you something. Yeah. Maybe not, but what I want to ask you is why...
Could you, maybe that was like this early day LASIK surgery.
LASIK, yeah.
Yeah, LASIK.
For the brain.
No, yeah, LASIK for the brain. For the brain. I think that they said unruly children then. So what happened to those unruly children? What was the outcome?
Some of them it helped. Some of them it didn't help.
What did it do to the some that it didn't?
They became policemen.
Hey-o! And senators.
Hey-o!
They continued to be unruly, but much less was expected of them because now they had lobotomies. So either they were institutionalized in some cases,
or became the president. Just thinking out loud.
Which one?
Yeah,
I'm thinking current.
Ooh, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing.
That's a whole nother subject there.
We're talking about politics then. If we're going to... Well, can we talk about reality?
In politics?
And not talk about politics, though? Because I think that the politics of reality is what shapes reality, or shall we say, and I'm doing the quotation marks, consensus reality?
She has two hands up, ladies and gentlemen.
Making quotation marks.
Making quotation marks.
Really good radio.
You know, I knew someone used to do that all the time. They would always, and it would get on my goddamn nerves. I just wanted to stab them.
Let me be.
I wanted to stab them because they got on my nerves.
Seems kind of hard.
And it would, yeah, but you know, I just believe in cutting the problem out. No pun intended. They was like, and they would just sit there.
Don't make me kill you. Don't make
I'm
me
like,
come over there.
Are you eating something? What's wrong with you? I had another friend of mine named Dave. Dave was a record producer. And he would do that. Like, he would stutter, and then he would also, like, do that in between. He'd be like, Dave, are we going to record today? See, well, like right now, I'm like, Dave, are you eating or trying to make a decision? What are you doing? You're killing me. You're killing me with the eating.
Eat or talk. Eat or talk.
Well, people are so involved in what they're thinking about, what they're going to say, that they lose track of how they're being perceived, which is very hard to do.
Now we're talking about reality again.
Step outside yourself and sort of have some idea of how you're being perceived. My favorite is watching people talk with the sound down, because you see their mouth move, you see their hands move, especially the hand thing. It's amazing to watch people's hands move, just because it's completely irrelevant.
Much like this conversation. Now then, we're going to...
What a bing on that one.
I'm just kidding.
We were talking about communication styles.
Absolutely.
And
reality.
And that's related to an interpretation of reality.
Perception.
Because of how we process things and how we communicate things.
How do we process things? Very poorly, I might add.
Oh. A blender.
Ooh, a blender.
Food processor.
Cuisinart.
George Foreman Grill.
And I'd like to welcome our new sponsor, Cuisinart.
All of you people owe us money now. Okay, continue.
Send checks to Kassi.
Please.
No, wait, send them to me.
Please.
Made out to cash.
Cassie. Cassie Crews.
Let's change your name to Cash.
Cash?
Cash Crews.
Cash Crews. There it is. Cash Crews.
I like
Hello.
it.
You're on live with Cash Crews.
And I'll be the bear. So it'll be Cash. Did you want a name? Did you want to make your own name?
No.
Or you want us to pick you one?
No, please don't. Please don't. I'm just thinking too. Uncle Remus is somewhere around there.
Those are your only choices. You pick one for yourself. For me and Cassie are going to pick one for you.
And you'll like it, too.
Yeah, I bet you would.
You would like it.
Something along the lines of, I don't know, something religious, perhaps. How about
Jesus?
How about Yang? Do you like Yang?
Yang?
No? About,
That's usually the question that I ask. You like Yang, baby?
Or
Some
perhaps
pudding-tang.
something historical, like
Slave. No.
I wasn't going to go there.
Yeah, well, you were thinking it.
I don't think in those terms. I just
I can see the ships in the background.
Ship. Yeah, as in one of the Three Stooges.
Shep.
Shemp.
Shemp.
Oh, okay. So Cash, the bear, and Shemp. You don't like Shemp?
No. Too close to chimp. Or chump.
Well, we are pretty close to chimps.
I think so.
Chimpy chimps.
I think so. We're very close.
I was thinking the other day, man, we leak a lot.
We what?
We leak.
We leak a lot?
It's one of my jokes. You know.
How the hell you leak a lot? What's wrong with your plumbing?
It's not.
Well, it's one of my jokes. You talk about the Christian fundamentalists, the creationists. They talk about us being a design, and if we're a design, we're a terrible design because we leak badly. If we were automobiles, we would be recalled.
We ooze.
For pollution and safety controls.
Either that or we get new gaskets.
I mean, you think about the slobber coming out of your mouth, the snot coming out of your nose, the slime that gets on your skin just from the oils, and that's not even to mention the excrement and the urine that comes out of your body on a regular
Dan,
basis.
you're getting me hot, baby. Give me a kiss.
Wow, wow,
baby.
I think we've uncovered something.
Show me some of your leakage, baby.
I think we just uncovered something I'd like to rebury, frankly.
I would too.
I think I'm gonna use that. Except, baby, did you know you were leaking? Yeah.
Well, the old joke is that what kind of a designer would put a recreation and a sanitation in the same spot? A park and a sewage.
I get it.
Okay, thank you.
I wish
What
I
kind of
hadn't.
designer would?
Exactly.
So what kind of God do we have?
An economist.
We very.
He's an economist.
We
That's
very-
good. And you know what? That is what the world makes the world go round, baby. That is what makes the
very
world go
well
round.
may be a design, but we're a terrible design.
We're a leaky design.
Very leaky. Yeah.
Very stinky.
Yeah.
Very hairy. Hairy, stinky, linky. Linky, linky, link.
Welcome to the...
It's like
Stinky
it's like the
Linky.
Teletubbies all of a sudden.
Yes, all of a sudden I see a purple Teletubby, the gay one.
Linky, 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 stinky, tinky. Hairy, linky, linky, stinky, hinky. Sorry.
Hey.
I have no idea why I went there. Okay. That was little Teletubby just coming right out. He possessed me. He possessed me. I could not help it.
You know, it's like anything. If it sells, it sells. And Teletubbies are huge. And the lady that developed Teletubbies, she's got a new one out. I don't know what it's called. It's for 0 to 6 months, and they're in England now. I can't think of what it's called.
0 to 6 months Teletubby.
Yeah, but it's even more infantile than Teletubbies. I mean, Barney the dinosaur. What a huge hit. Barney the dinosaur. You know, millions and millions of what do they sell? What does Barney sell?
Dinosaurs.
Stuff.
Little shoes.
Everything, you know.
T-shirts.
Yeah,
blankets.
everything.
Wallpaper.
And the lady that developed Barney, she's a multimillionaire.
They do?
What?
Hamburgers?
I just threw it in.
Okay.
It's the Happy Meal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Isn't the Barney the Happy Meal?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you need dinosaur meat for that.
Not necessarily. How about buffalo wings? Why do they call them buffalo wings?
Because they were invented in Buffalo,
Buffalo what?
New York.
Oh, so that's why they call them buffalo wings? Because I've never seen a buffalo with wings.
No, I haven't.
All right.
either.
There is no buffalo with wings, Rico.
Just checking.
Hey, it worked for Jessica Simpson.
Hey.
Figured you'll try it, right?
Hey, whatever.
Same reason I go, hey-o. You know, it was big for Ed McMahon.
I mean, just like I have pigs
and
in
he
a
had
blanket.
a career.
It's actually sausages in a blanket. There's no actual real pig in a blanket.
Little tiny pigs.
No, part of a pig.
A part of a pig in a
And
blanket.
I thought of a good solution.
So they should
for
call it part of a pig in a blanket.
Yeah, but it's too...
That rolls off your tongue, doesn't it?
Part of a pig in a blanket.
Part of a pig in a blanket.
Part of a pig in a blanket.
Parts of pig in a blanket.
I thought of a good solution.
Can I have some parts of a pig in a blanket, please?
I thought of a good solution for your mad cow concerns.
What's that?
Our other sister is concerned about mad cow disease.
Oh, just get them therapy.
That's what we were talking about,
Ba-dum-bum.
reality.
A good solution, just eat more pigs.
There you go. More pigs
And I don't know who
and less angry cows.
And I don't know who invented chicken, but boy, is that stuff delicious.
God.
Oh yeah.
The Economist. Part 2 coming from Touchstone.
You owe us money now.
Thank you.
I wonder if we could do that. Just, promote things and then bill them. That's a business I'd like to
That's
get
pretty
in.
good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a
We
business.
just like call out stuff.
Yeah.
AM, PM, I get gas all the time
And
for
then
free.
Bill them.
Thank you for sending the check.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your patronage.
Yes, indeed. Well, there we have it.
Have what?
Did we solve everything?
Yes. We've pretty much
Well, I
solved the
wanted-
world's problems.
Really? I want to know what we came up with.
Not a damn thing.
Dang.
Pretty much just like Congress and the Senate.
Hey-o.
Ooh.
We're,
They're actually employed by us to do that, though, so that's real shame.
Pretty good job, right? Shuffle papers from side to side. Get a check at the end of the week. Not to mention the checks you get from the special interest groups. Nice job if you can get it.
It's a good gig.
It's got to make those people feel horrible in the long run.
The ones that are writing the checks?
No, the ones that are accepting the money fraudulently and they know that they are.
Oh, yeah. They feel so terrible, especially every time they go to the Hamptons for vacation. Yeah, they feel real bad.
Yeah, when they go to Europe on some
yeah.
junket.
How about when we meet in their dreams?
What do you? She's Freddy Krueger all of a sudden. She turned into Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
More like Aquanetta or somebody.
Aquadetta. Aquadetta.
I don't know what that is.
I know.
Okay.
But in your neighborhood is all right.
You don't want to tell us?
No.
No.
Anyway.
There's an expression in Zen that says, if you understand, no explanation is necessary.
Right.
If you don't understand, no explanation is possible.
Absolutely. Thank you, Zen, and your brothers.
Hey,
Now then.
Thank you, Zen and your brothers.
There you go. We'll call you Zen.
There
It'll
you
be
go.
Cash, the bear, and Zen.
There you go.
Or
Now I can live with
Or
that.
Cash, Zen, and the bear. No?
Perfect.
Zen, Cash, and the bear?
Zen, Cash, and the bear.
Okay.
It's all evolution, baby. It's got to be organic.
Yeah. First there was Zen, then there was Cash, and then Bear.
Then there was the bear.
And the bear was leaky, hairy,
The bear
and
was
stinky.
leaky, hairy, and stanky. You got a stank-ass bear up in here that's hairy and leaking.
Now, let's get him, this bear, a little shower so he stops stinking.
Did you guys see the
And
Pope
we'll
talking
shave
to
him
President
so
Bush?
he has no more hair.
Did you see the president talking to the Pope? Did you
Yes,
see that?
I did see that.
Our president is in Europe commemorating the 60th anniversary of D-Day, and he's meeting with foreign leaders, and he actually sat with the Pope, and the Pope told him to give Iraq back to the Iraqis.
The Pope?
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
The Pope, what again? Say it again?
The Pope told the President Bush to give Iraq back to the Iraqis. What are you supposed to say to the Pope? How do you respond to that?
You can't.
You know what no?
He didn't have anything scripted.
Yeah.
He can never respond unless he has something scripted.
What did he say?
He was there for D-Day, and he thought it was for something else. Dunkin' Donuts.
What did he say?
Oh, you mean that D-Day? Oh, I'm sorry.
We're doing that anyway. We're doing that. The deadline is June 30th. That's when we're doing it, and they're already running most of their country.
In 24 days, we give it back to the Iraqi people. Yeah. We give back the country we stole for how long now?
We didn't take it. We didn't take anything from them.
Oh, we didn't take nothing from them?
We didn't bomb anything.
We bombed a bunch of stuff.
How come you saying we didn't take it?
I haven't heard nothing about that cash lately.
At $18 billion.
Mm-hmm. They found that cash, but they couldn't find those weapons of mass destruction. Hey, look, a firecracker. Told you they were here.
Well, that's a whole other issue there.
Anyway. Cass, how you been? All right, then. How you been, Dan? How you been, Cass?
Busy.
Busy doing what?
Working.
That's all?
Yeah.
Yeah? You ain't been getting busy?
Huh?
Never mind.
That's slang for sex.
Oh.
No
new
are
love
you
life.
trying to
No
rub
new
it
love
in
lives?
or something?
No, I was hoping you was
Sure, go ahead.
getting it
Rub
in.
it in.
Well,
Sure.
that's one way.
Go ahead.
Hey-o.
Ooh, what a bing.
Thank you. Come again.
No, I thought it might be like a new love life in your life or something like that. New
These are the
love or
jokes.
something like that.
My
Maybe
hand
somebody
is
interesting.
very nice.
Ho!
Ooh, baby.
These are the jokes, people. We don't dance.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, no, wait. He does.
Yeah, I do. I'm the only one in this group that has rhythm.
Excuse
Thank
me,
you.
I'm a dancer as well.
It was just a joke.
I think not.
Really? You got rhythm? You can dance? You can shake your ass? I ain't never seen you shake your ass before. Go ahead, get up and shake your ass right now.
I'm in too small of a room to shake my ass.
You can shake what? Your ass, what, you gonna knock over the console or something? Your ass ain't that big. Come on, shake your ass.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty.
Oh, hell no. See, I know she can't do it now. She brought out Casey and the Sunshine goddamn band. Come on now. Have you seen him lately?
Yeah, he looks like my Uncle Charlie.
Dude needs a makeover, man. Dude needs a makeover. He needs queer eye. He needs left eye. He needs everybody, okay?
He needs all the eyes.
He needs all them eyes.
He needs a home edition.
Okay? He needs Popeye. He needs everybody.
Give me all the eyes.
Dude, it's like wearing these shimmery tops, and he's like 200 pounds. Dude, it's not working, dude.
But he can still rock.
What? Smoke rock is more like it.
A perfect example of
Is he
things
a smoke rocker?
No.
I don't know what he meant by that either.
I don't know.
Smoking rock cocaine.
Oh.
Rock.
Yeah, that's what I said. Is he?
Ladies and
is he
gentlemen, I want to tell
smoking
you
crack?
something right now. You might not know this, but I'm the only person of color on this show. And every now and then you will hear me go into explanations to my vanilla counterparts. Now, we're back with the show now. Okay.
Yeah, please explain to us about...
I'm hip. Don't look at me like that. I'm hip.
Dude said, I'm hip.
Dan, you're
You look
white.
up hip and you see Dan right there. Right next to Snoop Dogg. I'm telling you.
I can hang with the
Got
brothers.
his head cocked to the east.
I can hang with the brothers.
With the what?
Brothers?
No, see. Brothers, not brothers. Okay? No. Not like Brooks Brothers. No.
Sorry, I didn't graduate with a degree in ebonics.
Brothers. Brothers.
Look, you don't get to corrupt our language. Bill Cosby in his... Did you hear what Bill
Yeah, I
Cosby
heard
said
what
last
Bill
week?
said. Somebody need to whoop Bill's ass.
All right. So Bill's wrong. Okay.
What did Bill say?
No. Oh, that's a whole nother talk.
What did Bill say?
Bill was talking about how poorly some of the young black folks speak today, and he said, he blamed the kids until they heard the parents speak.
He's actually right, though. A lot of people were upset about that. A lot of people were upset about that, but
And a lot of people agreed with him.
and I agree with him.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, because all of the language is important. I learned this from Barry White personally. He says you have to understand, may his soul rest in peace, first of all.
Barry White?
Yeah. And I said, he said to me at this time we were interviewing him, I was working on a piece for Quincy Jones.
Say it like Barry White.
And he said, hey, young brother, nobody can speak like Barry. Show you right. He said, you have to understand what room you're in.
Exactly.
If you understand what room you're in at the time,
It's well said.
then the language will.
Right.
Do you understand?
But you also not only do you want to understand your audience, you also want to elevate your audience.
Absolutely.
You don't want to talk down to them. You want to
Right.
talk up to them.
There's ways that me and my boys talk.
You want to expect them
Right.
to step up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's like there's things that we use.
But sometimes that's not the goal. That's not the context. If you're just
Well,
hanging out,
sometimes
if
they
you're just
don't-
hanging out with
some-
people.
Well,
it's,
sometimes they haven't given themselves the option.
Right.
They haven't taken advantage of education.
Exactly.
To
And
be
that's
able
what
to
Bill
make that
Cosby was
difference.
talking
Because
about.
I grew up in the hood. For all intents and purposes, I grew up in the hood. But it's like I can speak a certain way with my boys, And then there's another way. I would not speak the same way if I were to visit the White House. Well, maybe I will with the current president. But anyway. Talk about no one in the room yet. Bill is saying basically that they've taken just one language and have made that the only language they use, or the only language that they've been able to use.
Communicate with.
Yeah, communicate with. And that limits you. It limits you, you know.
It pigeonholes you. It pegs you as well.
Yeah.
Or
limits you. It limits you.
Oh, it limits you. Immensely.
Yeah. And that was his point.
No, I mean, not only limit any kind of language that you use, though, right, is what we're saying. It pegs you, it IDs you, it lets other people know how much you can communicate with them, how vast your knowledge is, how, many different languages you can speak, not just in the English language, understanding different English-speaking people, but also Italian or French. Right, or Spanish, and being able to communicate with other people, because that's a language as well, and they have a whole other concept of life.
Did she get off the track we were talking about?
I was waiting for Amtrak to show up. Yes, that's okay.
To repair the tracks. Yeah, I didn't quite follow your direction there. You're talking about other languages now, and we were talking about stepping up to communicating with intellect and intellectuals.
What I'm saying to you is, for them, though, it is a language for them to communicate. That's why they find themselves, they're being the opposite of snobs, or they're being snobs, really. They're being prejudiced and snobs, saying, I'm not going to speak your language because I'm going to speak my language, because this is my gang, this is my territory, this is my bond, this is my ID, this is who I am.
Mi familia.
Right. And I'm only going to speak this type of language because then you'll know who I am immediately. And I will not speak your language because you're not better than me.
So you're thinking it's done intentionally?
Yes. I think it's done on purpose.
Okay.
But some of it, perhaps. But I think some of it
But I
is
think
also
that's why there's gangs
out of
as well.
ignorance.
I think there's gangs as well in the same way, because that's what the macrocosm of our government has taught the American people. That creating little packs, or like the Army, the Marines, the Navy, different categories, different areas of how
gangs
to
with suit and
protect
ties
us.
On. Gangs with uniforms.
Those are gangs with uniforms, but there are gangs, and they protect America. And what happens in Los Angeles, they're protecting their territory on a microcosmic level. That's why they have certain colors. They have certain uniforms as well. So they're just emulating what's being
I agree with that.
created in the larger scope, and they're trying to do it on a smaller level for themselves to have some kind of control and power over their plight in life. Just like we are trying to have control and power over our plight in life as Americans throughout the whole world. So I think it has to do with, when we're just going to come back around and say, I think that the language that you're talking about, and I'm not saying that Bill's not correct, that it would be better if they expanded.
Mr. Cosby.
Oh, excuse me. Mr. Cosby to you.
Well, maybe he'll call in and we can introduce ourselves. And
and I can call him Bill then?
Yeah, he'll give us permission to call him Bill. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that I couldn't. Cause,
okay. Mr. Cosby.
Rico called him Bill.
Okay.
What is just because he's black, he can call him Bill and I can't?
Rico's black?
Damn. I didn't know.
I didn't notice.
I knew this wasn't washing off for a reason. I've been trying Dove and everything.
I thought he was just very well tanned.
Yeah, I go get my spray tan. Have you seen those?
I thought he was.
Have you seen when you it's almost like going to an auto body shop.
I thought he was a surfer. He's just very well tanned.
I should probably do that because I am really white.
They put you in,
and it just sprays on you.
And they spray.
And how does it look?
I guess it looks all right. But they spray you. I mean, it's like you turn around and twist, and they spray out. They spray everywhere, and you come out black. Which is really kind of a trip, because I think when they start getting chased down the street, when they start getting stopped by the police for no reason, they feel like, hell with this, wash this off. Isn't that what happened to Ted Nance? Remember that time he was with Whoopi and he showed up in blackface? His ass got in trouble, baby. He said, the hell with this, I'm going to be white.
Oh, man.
That's what happened, baby.
Oh, man.
Get tan and get them big old Macumba love lips, and I'm telling you, your life will change.
What's up with Whoopi's show? Is that off the air? Is that on hiatus or what?
It's on hiatus, but it's been picked up.
Because I like it. I think she's funny.
Oh, it's a funny show.
Yeah, she's funny.
I love Whoopi.
Yeah, me too.
I had the opportunity to meet her a few times, and
she's very funny. Yeah,
well, what's really nice with her is that she creates the dialogue with a whole bunch of different people and allows people to have their own identities and their own ideas without making them wrong.
Right.
And that's important.
I don't know where you're getting that from, because her sitcom is very political, and she insults Republicans constantly.
And very well, I bet.
And very well. Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying that she doesn't insult certain things that she doesn't believe in, but her show has all different types of people on it.
Only for comedic effect.
Yes, but still, she does.
Only to be whipping boys.
That's right. Oh. But that's okay.
But she did that purposely, though.
She did that on purpose. That's on purpose.
And
she's a very smart lady for that, because what's going to happen is in television, as you know, it's very segregated still. It's very segregated because they believe the audience is segregated with what they want because of exactly what we're talking about. The two things. We're talking about communication and language.
Lest you go to UPN where all the brothers hang out.
And reality.
WB.
Mm-hmm.
No, but those shows are demographic
for... I know.
Why are you getting all worked up? You're a white girl.
I'm not getting worked up. I'm just passionate about communication and about blending.
She wants to be with a black man. Sorry, Dan. I know you're her brother, but you were going to have a brother for a brother-in-law.
Hey, just be nice to her. I don't care what color your skin is.
And that's my point, is that the things that we're talking about, reality, communication, how we socialize as...
How we present ourselves.
As humanity and as socialistic...
And how we perceive others.
How we perceive it, how we build communities, what our perception, what's consensus reality, who makes up the reality, who is the consensus, and what is that? You know, what are the rules? And the rules change. They are not the same as they used to be in the 1920s as they were in the 30s or the 40s or the 50s or the 60s. Every era has its consensus reality of what's appropriate and what's not.
And every culture has its reality.
Every decade. I mean,
what's
it's just
right and what's wrong.
Extremely different comparatively. And what's really amazing to me is that we've held on to certain belief systems that actually are against humanity.
Such as?
Christianity.
Oh, touche.
Wow.
It is not for humanity.
She just bit off a big chunk of pie, didn't she?
Ooh, baby.
Wow.
It's not for humanity.
Please
Don't
elaborate.
you know that Jesus, he's here to help everybody. It ain't no needin' griping when Jesus here to mighten. And everybody said, Jesus. Yeah. Talking about G-O-D. Talking about God. And God. That girl don't know nothing about God. Sorry, y'all.
Gonna set you up with the spirit in the sky.
Now, see, that was the version of a white church.
That's a white church right there. Yeah, that's Norman Greenbaum. It's a Jew singing a song about Jesus.
And really, any religion.
She just bit off a huge chunk.
Really, any religion.
We're gonna take on the establishment now, are we?
No, we're not.
Hey, I got your back.
Because,
you go ahead.
Yeah, I got your back. Go ahead a minute.
Which, you know.
Hey, but didn't they just order the crosses off of the state seal?
Only because the ACLU threatened to sue them.
Well, see, this is the thing that I don't understand. And the only reason why I say that is because I can say that. I can say...
God bless America.
God bless America. America is a great thing.
God bless the First Amendment. Thank God for the First Amendment.
Yes.
And I don't mean any disrespect towards any Christians, because I believe the people that believe in Christianity, the reason why they believe in it is because most of what they talk about is good. It's love, it's tolerance, it's patience.
Is it tolerance?
We preach it.
They
preach it.
About.
They preach it.
What is being taught to people and being said, and also what they're supposed to do in their own lives.
You had Christians that was both black and white in the 60s, and now they was reading the same Bible.
They weren't, and they're not tolerant, and that's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about, because what the people actually believe, what the Bible, which means book, but what the Bible means is a whole bunch...
She's doing that quote thing again.
Exactly. It's just a whole bunch of stories. It's a whole bunch of stories from a whole bunch of different men about a whole bunch of different things that happened to a man named Jesus or God, or things that happened in that era to hopefully help people with their morality, understand things, understand how to live life better, do things that will create happiness for them, and don't do things that will create suffering for them. Pretty much the law of cause and effect, which is the ultimate law. What you do comes back to you. The golden rule. The Ten Commandments.
The golden rule is do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Right. I said the golden rule.
What you mean is, as ye sow, so shall ye reap, which isn't the golden rule.
No, I didn't say that. That is correct. That is cause and effect, what you just said. But the golden rule.
You were expanding.
I was expanding. Okay. I was continuing
She was pontificating, my brother.
She was preaching.
That's what I'm saying.
Say it, girl. Say it.
Huh. Church.
And
I love giving this show some color.
Well, it's a good thing I love you giving the show color too.
As you should.
Because I'm a little white girl over here.
That's
so
all right, baby.
I need a little color.
You ain't got no black in you, but we can figure it out after the show.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, FCC just showed up again. Hello, Mr. Powell.
How you doing, sir? So what I want to say is the people that believe in that and the ideals and the foundation of what the establishment is built on is good and means well and means to do well. But in the name of Christianity and Catholicism, there has been so much horrific acts done by humans to other humans that is beyond belief to me that they would think that that would be the appropriate way to be if they were really truly Christian. Because Jesus never taught any of those things, to kill. If you don't believe in what I believe in, I'm going to kill you. You're dead. Like a religious war to me is a religious war. Just is there's no concept in that for me. My brain wires just go freeze.
It's a contradiction in terms.
Exactly. And every single time they talk, and then there was a lot of them, and there was a lot of bloodshed. And I would like to see, if we're really talking about practicing something for humanity, then we better learn to talk to each other. We better find a way to communicate with each other, because each one of us must learn respect and tolerance for another person or another tribe or another group's of point of view or perspective, not only to expand our own, but also to understand so we could live together and create some kind of balance, because that should be the work that we're focusing on. Not how can I backstab you, make sure I get enough money, make sure I'm going to survive, make sure I'm going to have a house, I'm going to have this material thing, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make that happen, I don't care about you. Oh, you don't want to do business with friends and family? You should never do business with friends and family. I think that's the most stupidest thing in the world. I want to do business with people that, I understand.
Let's go get strangers and do business with them, because then we can screw them over and not have to worry about seeing them at Thanksgiving dinner. In fact, they even paid for it.
With family and friends. I mean, it's like, God.
I think a personal issue just reared its ugly head. But she's not bitter.
She's doing the T-Rex, ladies and gentlemen. She's doing the T-Rex.
I think a personal issue.
Good voice, Kathy.
Wow.
Yeah, thanks for that.
But she's not bitter.
I have no bitterness whatsoever.
Why do T-Rexes have the little bitty short arms?
I don't know, but that was a really
That's
good
why they
visual.
pissed off. You ever think about that's why they pissed off? That's why they always eating everything. They're so mad. They got them little bitty ass
like,
short
damn,
arms
I got
and these big old
arms.
legs, big head. Head look like a modern day pit bull with some big ass teeth, and he got these little bitty short arms. That's why they always eat everything.
They stopped using their arms. They bite it and swallow it.
They didn't need their arms no more.
You don't need arms for that.
Their heads were enough. They went,
Can you imagine they was kids, though?
They were like wasting time.
When they was kids, they'd be getting teased by the other dinosaurs. They'd be throwing balls, and they couldn't. They say, here, catch this, and they couldn't catch it because their arms are too short. Throw it over there to Teddy. See if he can catch it. Look at him.
You just wait till I grow up.
King of the jungle. The mighty warrior. Take his baseball cap from him.
Go ahead, just take it. He can't help. He can't reach it.
Throw it.
You just wait till I grow up.
I'm going to eat your parents.
Yeah.
And then, like, the jaw of life just comes down. Whoop.
The jaw of life is something different entirely.
No, his jaws.
Oh.
Of his life.
Oh.
Or lack thereof.
Work with me.
Okay.
Work with me.
Dan, stay in the car. Stay in the car, Dan.
Here comes Amtrak. So
That's in place of
oh, hell no, you didn't. You did not just go,
that's the extent of our sound effects right there.
I did. That was our sound effects library.
that and me going.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear the crickets? Because I can.
I got one of those sound effects too.
What happened to the sound effects box you had? Did you pack that up and take it back?
Somebody's programming it for me.
Oh, cool. Cool. Somebody we know?
No. We don't want to do business with friends and relatives.
No, it's a stranger. You gave it to a stranger.
It's a complete stranger. We just handed our money over to him and said, hey, friend.
That way when you get it back, you don't have to pay him. You know.
Hey, if I want to screw you, because I don't know you, that's okay.
Absolutely.
Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
Can I sell you something?
That doesn't work and probably won't ever be able to see me again.
That you don't need at an extremely inflated price.
But it's a really good deal. I'll give it to you for cheap.
It's like the movie Mars Attacks, where the translator was saying, "Hey, we want to be friends," while they were shooting at you.
Yeah, we want to be friends,
You see
and then they come in and everybody starts shooting at
shooting,
them,
yeah.
and just starts killing them. That's exactly it. That's what I'm talking about, though. I mean, we're gonna come back around again, and I know that you think that I went off the track, but I didn't really go off the track because what?
Hey, we started talking about dinosaurs, so I don't know whose fault that was.
Yeah, well, that was Rico's.
Okay.
See? What'd I tell you?
Sure, blame the black guy.
What'd I tell you? Blame the brother.
The whipping boy.
I told you I'm going to start my own network. 1-900 blame a brother. People get in trouble. They just call my network. Hello, blame a brother. I just pushed my mother down the stairs. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. Don't worry, ma'am. We have someone on parole right over here. We'll send them right over to your house. Oh, thank you. Thank you. God bless you, blame a brother.
I think we have a new show now, ladies and gentlemen, on this network.
I'm telling you.
Please look up Blame the Brother. Blame the Brother.
Blame the brother. See, this is why white folks should not have big lips. It takes a long time to master these. I'm telling you. Most of them get that collagen stuck in their lips, ladies and gentlemen. At 4 o'clock, your lips get heavy. Your friends will think that you've had a stroke because you can no longer speak.
BlameTheBrother.com.
And that was with support. She said that. Lots of support.
I had to pick my lips up because I got some
Off
collagen.
the carpet.
Just got some collagen shots. That's all, Rico. Come on, man.
We got to get something for Dan. Let's get him some collagen shots.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be one of the shots.
My lips aren't big enough. Yeah, that's the problem. You should see some of the pictures when I was a kid. Boy, I looked like a suction cup with eyeballs.
Dan was the only guy on his block that got a distribution deal from Hoover Vacuum.
Thank God my lips stopped growing when I was 4 years old, and my head kept growing.
It was a good thing.
It was a good thing.
His head grew into his lips.
It's true.
It's true.
It's actually true, though. I have the greatest pictures. You'll have to see them.
They used to use Dan as a plunger.
And a whipping boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he was a little whipping boy.
Yeah. So you were talking about killing Christians, killing people? Is that what it was?
Or killing Christians.
Yeah.
No, I'm not interested in killing anybody.
Religious wars.
But I was talking about religious wars and was talking about...
Yeah. Should I do my impression of a Christian then?
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Love, love, love. Kill the witch. Love, love, love. Burn the heretic. Love, love. Wait, I have one more.
Notice how his voice kept going up. I was wondering how high is this octave going to be able to go?
I have one more impression of a Christian. This is my favorite. God spoke to me, and he told me to tell you for you to give me 10% of your stuff. That's my favorite.
I'd be like, can I have the number, please? Because I need to holler at God right quick.
That's what the word tithe means. It means tenth.
God,
it's Latin for tenth.
Me
and when you tithe, you're supposed
to tell you to give you
for you to give me
10% of your stuff.
To help spread His word.
Yeah, to spread the word, spread the message.
To help spread
Yeah.
his word.
Well, God better get AT&T because he ain't getting a damn thing from my ass, okay?
He get that flexible plan.
Hello.
You know what? God gets a lot from me, though. And I'm not a person that doesn't donate to things that I believe.
If I may, I just after those two impressions, I'd like to just add one thing. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
God's got a sense of humor.
No, I mean God. I mean Christians.
Oh.
Please don't kill me.
And Christians, don't take
just
this
a
wrong.
loudmouth.
I don't think you guys are wrong. I just don't think that the philosophy has been updated, and it should become and be a living, breathing philosophy that can grow and change with your expanding knowledge of how to treat each other and yourselves. Because as we know in life, and what for sure that we know, is that we think we know something when we're ignorant. And the next moment when we're informed of something, we realize, oh, it's this way now. And then there's a new piece of information. Oh, it's this way. And as we discover, and as we can keep expanding our eyes to see new things and to experience new thought processes, we need to be able to change our backbone foundation philosophy of our religion or spirituality to include those new parts of life rather than exclude them. And because really, truly, they did burn witches. Really, truly, they did a lot of horrible, horrible things to human beings. They did not embrace them and nurture them. They tried to whip them, beat them, say that they were bad and horrible, and they must do that to get the devil out of them. I mean...
Well, as soon as the Christians were no longer persecuted, they became the persecutors. And that's human nature. You want power, then you want to keep it. It's just human nature. And violence is part of our genetic makeup. We've talked about this before. If I kill you, then I live. If I'm good at killing, I live. And you don't.
That's true.
It's brutal, but
that's how we live our life as well.
It's the law of the jungle. It really is.
That's why we're in America, and America's so great, because we do go in.
It was founded on the basis of
killing. Did we all say that at the same time?
No, I was going to go for individual liberties.
Oh, but did you and I say killing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We just cut to the chase.
Yeah, I was like...
No pun intended.
But I mean, and let me just make sure I make this perfectly clear.
Yes, Mr. Nixon.
And that is, I'm extremely grateful to all of the people that have killed before me, because I would probably not be able to have these thoughts or maybe be in a house. And that's something that my father would always remind me of, if those other people didn't take that purpose in order for us to have the freedom. So therein lies the real rub. Is, on the one hand, I'm saying, as far as religion goes, I think it's ridiculous to have any type of religious war, because that's not the purpose or the ideal of any kind of religion. We're talking about spirituality and humanity and finding God and connecting spirituality with that. And then, on the other hand, we have to protect our freedom and our liberty so we can actually be free. And we have to protect that. And that means that we've had to kill a lot of people for that as well, and the causes that we believe in. And the causes that I believe in, certainly self-defense is one of them, or when somebody's abusing you and trying to hurt you, standing up and saying no and cutting them down. That's part of it as well. So, and so because of that confusion that you have even with yourself, I know that you have to have the religion saying, hey, well, wait a second. We have to stand up for what we believe in, so we have to also kill the people that say that we're not right. So therefore, then you have the religious war. Answer me that riddle.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
I don't know.
It was a riddle. It wasn't a question.
What was the riddle?
You didn't hear it?
I heard a lot of stuff. I'm just not sure.
Don't make me repeat it.
I'm just not sure what the riddle was.
I just came back in. I'm sorry.
Don't make me repeat that.
Well, it had something to do with standing up for right.
Well, standing up for yourself.
See, you have to draw a distinction between hurting innocent people and hurting guilty people.
But check this out.
At some point in the game, there is conflict, and
how to resolve conflict? Is it with death?
So it is. You have to.
Is that the agreement?
You have to find a means of conflict resolution that gets beyond our basic nature, because really our basic nature is violence. And I mean, I don't like it any more than you do.
Damn. So we're leaky, stinky, hairy,
And
violent.
And homicidal.
Isn't that violent or homicidal?
They're
Homicidal isn't it
similar.
that mean that we want to kill ourselves or kill other people?
Other people.
Kill other people.
Kill other people.
Suicidal means you want to kill yourself.
Oh.
So maybe if we could just get rid of the stanky,
The stinky part?
that would like stop a lot because
When people aren't
you
stinky.
don't really want to kill anybody that smell good.
Hey. That's why they came up with perfume.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we should just perfume the world.
Yeah, that, or just some little
I don't
band
like perfume.
or some band
Yeah, you
deodorant
don't.
or something.
Should I have my nose burned out?
Yeah, let's have your nose burned out so other people could wear perfume.
Oh, and that's easy. It's cocaine.
That's a good solution.
Yeah, good solution. Start using cocaine, Dan.
Use cocaine.
Oh, okay.
That'll burn your nose
I
up.
just can't afford it, that's all.
We'll fix that.
Just tell the doctor that you need it because
Yeah.
you can't
Just do it
stand
like other
perfume.
people. Just rob liquor stores, support your habit.
Bill Medicare.
But see, here we're talking. Here comes the apathy. The things that we just made comments on. That is because now there's that conflict of. I say that I'm a good person. I go to church. I do all this, and then I'm an asshole to people that I'm around, and I'm not nice to them, and I don't have good relationships with people, and I'm not also nice to myself.
How did Dennis get in this?
Hey-o.
Ooh, what a bing!
And I still get to go to heaven because I believe Jesus is the Son of God.
Right, and I will on Sunday go and I will get my sins forgiven, and then all is forgiven, and I am good, and that makes me a
Go to
good
confession.
Christian.
And I still get to be a jerk to my friends and
Right,
family.
and that makes me a good Christian.
And abuse my
Or
children.
if you're a mafia, you get to whack people.
You get to whack people and still go to heaven. What
So
kind of a deal is that?
I don't know. I don't understand it.
Seems
but
like a good deal.
Maybe, but I'm
Seems
a
like
very
an odd God, though.
Well, God is very odd.
But that's not reality, though. Because you can't do that. I mean, you come back to the issue of cause and effect.
Because really,
And there's no bargaining with cause and effect. I don't care what religion you are. You make a
there
cause,
is no
there's
bargaining.
an effect. There's no religion attached to cause and effect. You make a cause, you can call it what you reap, what you sow, whatever. You make a cause and there's an effect. If I hit you, you're going to hit me back. That's pretty simple. I mean, that's pretty crass, but it's pretty simple.
Well, it really.
If I take your
really,
money,
it
if I
depends.
take money from you, I'm going to be arrested. Cause, effect.
That's not true, though.
Yes, it is.
There's plenty of thieving that goes on that doesn't get punished.
Oh, it gets punished.
Oh,
You have to keep watching the movie.
A man with a briefcase can steal a lot more money than a man with a gun.
I understand that, but that doesn't mean he's going to go unpunished, though.
Well, you're talking about afterlife then, too, as well.
No, I'm
right?
not talking about that either. I'm talking about just keep watching the movie because sometimes
Well,
we're looking for
a little quicker sense of
yes,
justice.
where we're like, well, I want to see him get punished. I want to, a Martha Stewart kind of situation. We want to see her get
Martha
punished.
Stewart. I felt sorry for her.
You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on, they
Terrible for
just.
her.
I do too. But I'm just
She's
saying.
like, worked
What an
her
odd
butt
example.
off.
well,
That's
no,
funny.
not really odd. I mean,
Because they wanted her to.
she's getting persecuted for lying. That's
They
basically what
wanted
she's getting
her.
persecuted
Exactly.
for.
They wanted
she
to
lied to
get
the
her.
feds. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, she lied to the feds. Ooh. Who doesn't? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't lie
Exactly.
to the feds?
Whenever they get a chance.
Yeah.
I'd
lie to him, too.
But
Let's lie to him now. Let's tell him something.
it's like people get they get persecuted for.
That's not me saying that, Mr. Federale.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Those two comments came from my vanilla counterpart.
I didn't say a thing.
I'm black and I'm very happy to be here.
Free
I
Martha.
love
The
cotton.
girl
I picked enough
didn't
of
say a
it. Trust
thing.
me. I love watermelon.
Free-
I love chicken.
Free Martha Stewart.
Anyway, free Martha Stewart. But I mean, people have that anyway. The whole thing is whether the example's good or not. People like to watch. They want to see justice their way. It doesn't always go that way. It may come later on down the line. I remember working on the TV show and Mad TV, and it was during the time of the O.J. Simpson trial. And when he got acquitted, I remember the day like it's yesterday. And
10 years ago.
people were just so upset and coming up to me, and I know a lot of the reason why they were coming up to me because first of all, I could count the black people that worked on the show. Number two, we were all friends and stuff, but I think they really wanted to see where I felt. Did I feel like it was a victory? Because you saw on the news they showed the verdict and black people were cheering and white people were crying. And I'm not saying all white people were crying or whatever, but I'm saying there was a good majority. And he said, well, don't you think it's horrible? I mean, what do you think about this? It's horrible. What do you think? And I said, you know what? You got to keep watching the movie. And they said, what do you mean? I said,
His life ain't over.
no. And his grandkids and his kids and so forth and so on. We don't know. I don't know. We weren't there. I didn't see him do it. I don't know if he did. But if he did, in fact, have something to do with it, he will have to answer. His family will have to answer. He's created a legacy of murder. If that is, he's created a legacy of effects that his family will have to reap.
See, I believe in individual responsibility, and I don't think that the sins of the father should be visited on the children.
Whether they should be or not, a lot of times they are.
And I don't view that as
Well,
I don't view that as justice.
But Dan, hey, you know
but
what? I just want to say
again,
something.
that goes to my point of you want to see it done a certain way. We don't have that control.
And also, I want to say another thing is that the sins of the father are visited on the children, whether they like it or not.
Absolutely.
You want it or not. And our father's sins.
We're talking about different things.
No, we're
No,
not.
we're not.
Yes, we are.
They're the same in that regard because
No, I said, look, if I tell you that you and I are talking about different things,
Yeah.
then you can't tell me we are.
Yes,
okay?
I can.
No, you can't.
I can.
Because I'm telling you I'm talking about something different.
What are you talking about?
I understand that when a dad is a dick, he passes that illness on to his children. That's what you're talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking if your father is a bank robber, you don't put the children in jail. That's what I'm talking about.
That's correct. That's correct. But your
No,
children
that's what I'm
necessarily
talking
don't
No,
go
but
to
I'm saying
jail
though,
for that. But they do get
the children
punished
aren't going
for
to
him
the children
Wait,
necessarily aren't going to go to
The children
jail.
are going to get punished for him being a bank robber as well, though, because the sins.
And how many generations does that go?
Because it's going to affect them mentally or spiritually in some way.
How many generations does that go?
Who knows?
I don't know, because that person that had the father, the son, like me, I'm going to pass on something to whoever I'm with. I'm going to pass that on.
Why don't you break the cycle instead?
It'd be great to break the cycle. That's our goal.
I've
right?
seen the
But we
kids
gotta
of
talk about
murderers.
the
I've seen the
cycle
kids
first.
of murderers get murdered.
And I've seen the kids of non-murderers get murdered.
Absolutely, but we don't know what that, like you said a minute ago, generation. We don't know how many generations back that goes. Don't know. You know, some innocent people get murdered. It's like, wow, they didn't do anything. Good law-abiding
I believe in individual responsibility.
But we don't know that.
That's another issue that I have with Christianity is that all of humanity, the premise of Christianity, and the theology of Christianity is that all of humanity is being punished for the actions of Adam, and that's not justice. And then
that's the philosophy I'm talking about that needs a little updating.
They
can't update it. If the book is the Word of God, you can't update that. Unless God speaks to you again.
But let me ask you a question. If the book is the Word of God, God doesn't have hands to write with. So how did he write a book?
If we agree, then why are we arguing?
God had a laptop.
And they also say that they're actual stories from those very specific people, not from God. Not one of them say God on them. All of them spoke through the people. Like, God speaks through everyone. We all have our own God stories, every single one of us. When we talk about God, we're talking about a word, just because that's a word we're agreeing on, about some being or spirituality connection that you have from inside yourself. We all have that, every single one of us.
She's really starting to sound like me, and it's creeping me out.
Your brother's creeping me out, too.
Are you comfortable with it? She doesn't say it quite as well as me, but it's starting to sound a little bit like me. It's really
a Dan critique.
It's really creeping me out. And then the Christians...
knife out of my back.
Here, have some water. See if it stays in.
I'm a little leaky.
Yeah, it's not going to stay in. We're just going to borrow it. And then the theology of Christianity is that all of us will be forgiven by the actions of Jesus.
Yay!
Yay, Jesus. Love Jesus. Jesus loves me. And that's the problem I have with the principle of karma. Because I see injustice go unpunished, and I see innocence suffer.
Do you believe in the Jesus story?
Which one?
The one where he died for your sins. No. Do you believe in the Jesus story that he was he was somebody who walked the land and gave love and taught tolerance and healed people and helped people that nobody would connect with, like the lepers and the prostitutes, the people that were shunned. He made sure he went and connected with them and touched them and embraced them. And do you believe in that story? That's a type of what type of person do you think Jesus was?
I actually don't know that Jesus was only one man. Jesus may have been a conglomeration of several men that did different things at different times. You also added a little bit to, you talked about doing miracles and about healing people, and I don't know that he did that.
Yeah, he healed the lepers.
Well, according to the book, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, do you believe that?
Yeah, and,
That's my
you know,
question.
that's one of the things that I always find amusing is that people talk about their guardian angel. You know, they didn't get hurt worse because they had a guardian angel. Well, why'd you get hurt in the first place then? Why'd you get hurt at all? Was your guardian angel sleeping?
He was getting a sandwich.
He was busy.
He was at Mort's Deli.
Yeah, he was at Mort's. Yeah, and this idea that, you know, God is gonna relieve your suffering. Well, why did He make you suffer in the first place? How about just not making me hurt at all? How about that? You know, the issue is called revelation, and revelation is direct experience of God, and someone else's revelation, and then they tell me about it, is called testimony. And I am not obligated to believe someone else's testimony. That's their experience. The position of an agnostic is that until God speaks to me directly, I'm not obligated to believe, because that's what God did. You're starting to make a face. That's what God did to Paul on the road to Damascus.
Call a line 2 from Dan to God. Call a line 2 from Dan to God. Call a line 2 for Dan.
Heaven,
God.
you're on the air.
Dan,
Yeah?
this is God.
Wow, you sound effeminate, but go ahead.
I am effeminate.
God is a woman. I like it. Go ahead.
God is everything.
Go ahead, God.
Why don't you believe in me?
Okay, while we got God on the line, how come you couldn't let Smarty Jones win yesterday?
Oh, that poor horse. Oh, so close.
It was his fault. I blame him.
I blame Smarty Jones.
Next.
I don't think Cassie knows who Smarty Jones is.
You know what Smarty Jones is?
How about?
The
Nope.
horse.
Nope.
He's supposed to win the Triple Crown. It was
That
favored to
poor
win the
little
Triple
horse.
Crown. No one's won it since Seattle Slew in '77.
The sixth horse since Seattle Slew. It won 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
And he was winning. He was in the lead.
He was in the lead. He had about what, 2 or 3 lengths?
I gave him a flea.
I distracted him with something shiny.
His winning streak must have been over.
I was reading an article about the genetics of racehorses and how they're trying to improve them with science, of course. Some of those horses are worth $10 million, $15, $20 million. And some of them get better vet care, better hospital and emergency care than humans do. Much better. I mean, the horse is worth $10 million. You can afford, you could afford $1 million in health care.
Hello.
So, yeah, pretty amazing. Huge MRIs, whirlpool baths, underwater, what do you call it, where you stand and walk? I want to say conveyor, but that's not the right word. You know what I mean?
Treadmills.
Underwater treadmills.
Underwater treadmills.
Yeah, for these racehorses. Anyhow,
they must practice.
yeah,
And that's
they're
that's
athletes.
a really
They're athletes.
They're definite athletes, and they are. But the one principle that I think that all human beings really know is that if we practice at something, we become better at it.
Yes.
And we must practice it in order to get better. And one of the things that I believe that we need to practice a lot better or more is talking to each other and communicating and reaching out and getting to know each other, because not all of us think the same. We think so differently. I think so differently than both of you. And my mind has so many other ideas and thoughts that I probably didn't even communicate them properly to you today. When you were saying that we were talking about different things, we actually weren't. We were actually I was talking about the very same thing that you were talking about. It's just that one's like the macrocosm and the microcosm, because I always look at things in duality. And because it is happening. It does happen that way. Because that's what I ask you. Do you believe in the story of Jesus? Because what everybody believes in and what everybody hangs on to is the faith, the hope that Jesus saved us, that because of him, because of his love, and because of his love for humanity, we have an authority figure to look up to. That's the purpose of the stories, is that we actually have something to look towards and say, that's the kind of ideals that we should be living by, so we could become well and happy on this earth, and we could make the world a better place. That's why I think the stories are created. I don't necessarily believe every single little detail of them. I do believe they were created for that. And that's a lot of stories. That's why I believe the sutras were written, to help people continue having their faith. To say, don't give up. Remember, in the face of all in the face of all obstacles, I was going to say,
I'll fill in.
Argidity. Adversity, but I was going to say, adversity. It was adversity. Jeez. But in the face of all adversity, to continue on, if it is the correct path to create some kind of goodness that will help more than just yourself, but other people and humanity, and you're looking in the bigger picture, I think it's better cause, and you're going to reap a lot more value out of that to make the world a better place. If that's your passion, which happens to be one of my passions ever since I was a little girl, it's been one of my passions, and also my nemesis at the same time. Because it is my passion, I have been kicked around a lot because I wanted to make a change. I wanted to make the world a better place. I don't like the way we are with each other. It kicks my ass to see how we treat each other and what I see on television and how we are with another country or other people, and we don't tolerate them or understand them or give them a perspective. We just go ahead and judge them and start talking about them and propagate, and it's just horrible. That's what I don't quite know how to change it, but when we're talking about reality again today for our show, which it seems like we didn't talk about at all, but that's really all we've been talking about, is all different perceptions of reality and what that means, and having the opportunity to just even talk about it is the greatest thing that we've got going now, because we're in America, we're on the internet, it's the last free pioneer frontier space that there really is right now.
Until June 30th.
Then what happens June 30th?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I think we're giving the Iraqis our own country or something. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's when the Iraqis
We're moving all the Iraqis to Palm Springs.
Yeah, moving all the Iraqis.
One desert to the next,
We're giving them the East Coast or something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Well, now, if we really...
Jersey.
And I wish that I
We're giving them Jersey. Yeah.
And I wish that I knew all the answers, like that was wrong, that was right. I don't know all the information. I can't even possibly give you a judgment without having all the information. That is something that I'm not going to be willing to do very often anymore. I might have an idea or say, gosh, I really think it's this, or it's going to go this direction. But without all the information, which one new piece of information can flip your mind into another realm, and you go, oh, wait a second, I didn't see it like that.
Didn't stop this administration.
Whoa, I didn't see it like that before. Donald Rumsfeld made a great point, and he actually caught a lot of flack for saying it this way. But I understood what he was saying.
That McDonald's had a sale. Sorry.
I meant to say
Please
Rumsfeld.
send us some money.
Please.
I meant to say Rumsfeld. Did I say McDonald's?
No. That's just Ronald McDonald.
I must be getting hungry, yeah.
Send us a check for double, please, now.
He said that there are known knowns, and he said that there are known unknowns. There's things you know that you know. There's things that you don't know that you know. He said there's also things that you don't know that you don't know. There's unknown unknowns. And he caught a lot of flack for it because people didn't understand what he was saying. And
I understand that.
So do I. People mocked him for saying that, like it was gibberish or something, but it's not gibberish.
It's not gibberish. It's being said from all the philosophers from the very beginning.
And that's actually what Donna was saying, too.
time.
She was talking about ignorance.
Yeah.
And ignorance is a state of not knowing. And the tricky part about ignorance is that you don't know that you don't know.
Right.
Until you find out.
And
in which case you have to, and then when you find out, you have to update your paradigm. Your 20 cents.
Your consensus reality.
Well,
thank you, doctor. The tumors are shrinking.
My tumor is wait. Oh, I missed my chance.
Timing, Dan.
It's not
all about
It's not
timing.
a tumor. That's what I was trying to go. It's
not a tumor.
Thank you. It's Schwarzenegger from Kindergarten Cop. So, what have we then? Did we solve it? Oh, you were asking me if I believed in the story of Jesus, and I've had that conversation since high school. People have asked me, do I believe in Jesus? So when I needed you to tell me what you meant by that.
Okay.
And you did, but you added some stuff to where I would have said yes.
Okay.
Do I believe that Jesus was a good man with a good philosophy and was nice to people who needed people to be nice to him? And was nice to people who needed someone to be nice to them? I do believe that. But that's not going to get me into heaven. Do you know what I mean? There's no reward for believing it. Whether or not I believe it is irrelevant.
That has nothing to do with it. I only ask you that because I wanted to proceed to the next thing. So if you believe in that...
But see, that's why people believe it, because there's a reward in it.
Well, there's a reward in what?
They hope.
If you believe that Jesus is the Son of God and is the Savior of all mankind, that is the ticket to heaven.
Okay.
That's the Christian theology.
We need to talk about that next time.
Next time?
Heaven.
Is there going to be a next time?
Heaven.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be a lot of next times.
There's going to be a whole lot of next times.
There's going to be a whole lot of next times.
Ain't nobody came back from heaven and told me it was cool.
I want to find out about heaven,
I'm just saying, anybody who's come back and said, hey, Dan, man, I've been up in heaven for about 20 years. Dude, you need to come on up here,
That's
man.
the trouble with testimony, is dead men tell no tales.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get testimony from people who
We need to talk about that next time.
We need to talk about life and death and all that stuff, but I just want to finalize something with you real quick about when you're talking about that you believe that Jesus was a good man, but you don't think that's going to get you into heaven, right?
Right.
All I'm saying is that's what the philosophy... Give peace.
Give peace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. That's what I'm saying.
Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock as the day begins. Sorry. Beatles nostalgia, ladies and gentlemen.
Love it. Love the Beatles. Send us some money, would you, Paul?
Yeah, exactly. Please send us money now.
And Yoko, yeah.
All we need is love.
Hey, Yoko, give us a
call. Love is all we need.
Tell us how you're doing. Sorry to hear that whole John thing.
Sorry.
Oh, my God.
Get back to where you once belonged. Sorry.
She thought she was a woman.
Oh.
But she was another man.
Okie dokie.
Jojo left his home in Tucson, Arizona for some California grass. Go ahead, though.
Is that smoking or actually the lawn?
I think he was looking for a nice green lawn.
Yeah.
Was it a nice green lawn or was it actually smoking grass? Which one?
You know what? It depends if they were smoking it at the time.
I was thinking it was the smoking of the grass in California.
I agree.
I figured grass is grass.
No, honey. Grass is not grass because you do not want to smoke the grass on a lawn. I promise you that.
Cassie.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to ride with me.
with you.
Ride with me. Stay in the car.
So, magic carpet ride.
Yeah, stop opening the door.
Stop opening the door.
Sticking your head out.
When the car's moving.
Please keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle until we come to a complete
stop. Keep that seatbelt on. And be a nice little backseat driver and shut the F up. Thank you.
Aw, you used the F word so nicely, I might add.
Well, you know.
Thank you for being so polite.
Oh.
But because of that story is the reason why I ask, is that's why most people believe. And that is what I think most people really are trying to emulate, is that type of behavior. I just don't think that we need to have anybody else, like a priest, somebody separate outside of ourselves, who doesn't have the first-hand knowledge of Jesus anyway, beyond compared to us. We have the same information. We are reading the same books. You know, I mean, give me the information, let me read it, and then I'll process it myself, because that's what I do, because I study all types of religion, because they're all very much the same. They all have the very same core. It's exactly what Jesus was teaching or trying to teach, or what they say he was trying to teach, whether he lived or not. They have very similar philosophies, and at the root of every single one of them is love, which turns into compassion, and which turns into tolerance, which turns into patience. And with all of those things, then you can create harmonious ways of being with another human being.
Is this another one of them riddles?
It is.
Yes.
But
it all turns into Jell-O pudding.
Jell-O pudding.
Love
Which
pudding.
brings us back to Bill Cosby.
Brings us back.
Love pudding. Send us money. Thank you, Jell-O.
Jell-O shots. You ever had Jell-O shots?
I have not. Are they good?
I would like the Jell-O pudding shots. I think that I might like that.
No. Jell-O shots.
Wait a second. You're talking about alcohol. Ooh, right over my head. It almost skinned my head off.
So what was your point then?
My point is that most people believe in that philosophy, and then they get trapped in the philosophy or the structure of it, and then the priest says things that don't work, like the priest actually have sex with little boys. That is abominable. And somehow that's a sickness. There is perversion.
Abominable.
Oh, abominable. What did I say?
Snowman.
That's not right either.
The abominable snowman.
Yeah.
Abominable?
Yeah.
I said it wrong. What word did I say?
I'm not sure. It just doesn't sound right to me, though, because
Okay.
it does sound like...
It's astronomical. How's that?
It's geological.
It's
reprehendable.
outrageous.
It's an abomination.
It's an abomination,
That's the word
and
you were
it's
looking for.
outrageous.
Yeah.
Okay, for that to be some type of acceptable behavior, and because
I knew she was close. I couldn't figure out what was
my
wrong.
father, even though they did not probably sexually abuse him at 11 years old, emotionally abused him so much that he would be forever changed and never ever live up to what his potential, I think, in life is, because they told him because he was illegitimate he would go to hell no matter what. So there was nothing he could do in his life
Wow.
that could change the damage.
Love that love.
Okay,
Bring in
so
the love. That's the
he
Catholics.
got
Bring in the
kicked-
love.
He got kicked out.
Unconditionally.
At
Bring in
11
the
years old,
love.
started smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol and becoming a bad boy.
Nice.
Because it didn't matter what he did. There was now no longer any
Hope.
boundaries
No
for
hope.
him and no hope for him. So it's about bringing hope and inspiring and bringing the love and saying you don't have to go to that side. Yes, that side exists within you because we all have the dark side.
Hey,
We all are the dark and the light. We all have the devils and the gods and
Catholics
the saints and
apologized.
the...
Come to the dark side,
The Ca-
Luke Skywalker.
That's Sean Connery? That sounds like Sean Connery. The Catholics apologized for calling Galileo a heretic.
Yeah, but after they already
400
did it.
years late.
But after they already did
Whoops.
it, I mean, after all the
My bad.
damage,
Yeah, we're sorry
my
about the whole
bad.
thing. Yeah.
But after all the things that have already been done, and perhaps if they didn't do that to my father, I might not exist, which might have not have been a bad thing, but maybe for me it would have been a bad thing since I wouldn't have existed. Wait a second.
Well, if you hadn't have been you just would have been someone else.
Okay, then there you go.
So it probably would have been okay.
Then there you have it. Maybe I wouldn't have been so tormented like my dad was, because my dad was definitely tormented.
Maybe you could have been one of the Hilton sisters.
Hey, I would have liked that.
Hey, baby.
Would you next time make sure that I come through one of the Hilton moms or something?
Hey, that videotape is being available now. It's on DVD.
Which one?
I need to pick it
The
up.
sex one?
Yeah.
I heard it was
You're
terrible.
kidding.
I kid you not.
I heard the production value was terrible, though.
Yeah, it is, but who
But I
cares?
heard there's some footage in there. Yeah, really. I heard.
Yeah, but who cares,
Yeah, really.
Dan? They only want to see it.
Hello, because I saw it on the internet. It was pretty good to me. That's the trip about. We're going to talk about that. Because remember, we talked about last time with Janet and the titty and the whole 9 yards and got all this. And Paris Hilton was in the video.
Full on sex.
Full on sex. She backed up in the camera to make sure you saw her doing her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it wasn't during.
It wasn't on
the Super
national
Bowl.
television
Yeah, it
in
wasn't during
front
the
of
Super Bowl.
children. It was
I don't
only
give a
for
damn.
her own
Everybody
sex
around the world
pleasure.
saw this damn thing. You mean them kids ain't seen this damn sex video? Come on.
Oh, yes, they have on the internet.
Thank you. So I don't want to hear it. Anyway.
Hey, I don't want to hear it either. I wish Janet Jackson would have said, "Hey, it's just my tit. People, get over it."
I wish
Yeah, I wish you would have said that too.
Showed
Showed it
both
again.
of them.
I said, "Here, you want to see it again?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Here's my titties.
Check 'em
Come on,
out.
people. It's just, get over it. Come on.
You know what I mean?
Come on, the women in Africa show you all the time.
That's right.
It ain't nothing, people.
But my titties are nice. I have a little jewelry piece in it.
Get
That's
over
right.
it.
Nice and plump. Suntan.
Well, I don't know if we did we come to some conclusion about reality, because we should wrap this up.
Yeah, I think we're done discussing
Yes.
reality. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we-
all
I think
done.
we
The
worked it all
reality has
out,
come
yeah.
to the conclusion that we're hungry again.
Yeah, let's send this tape to the National Congress. How's that go? Library of Congress. Let's send this tape to the Library of Congress.
That's right, along with Abomination.
Yeah, this show has been an abomination. Okay. Because we just figured it out. Okay, we figured it out, Gus. We did.
figured it
Yeah.
out? What did we figure out?
We got
I'm
it
an
all
abominable
solved.
man, and I'm an abomination of this show. And I can't say it anymore because my lips are too damn big.
Abomination?
Send this off to the Library of Congress because we just made history. Okay.
With our abomination
Yeah.
With our abomination.
With our brief discussion of religion and reality
and politics.
and politics. Yeah.
And
Tits.
And Janet Jackson.
Thank you.
And
And
we
the
got
Hilton
all of it,
sisters.
the Hilton
and
sisters.
Barry got in there, of course.
Little Barry White for you people.
Big Barry, baby.
Thank
Show
you,
you
Barry.
right.
Barry, would you do a little song for us?
May you rest in peace.
Please.
He's dead, isn't he?
Yes.
Ooh, just checking. I'd hate to have said rest in peace.
Can't get enough of your love, baby.
It's pretty good.
He is good.
I can do Barry Manilow.
Let's see.
That's a whole nother show.
Hey, that is the antithesis.
Yeah, that came out
though.
wrong, didn't it?
That is the
Not for
antithesis.
him.
Heyo.
What's funny is that is the antithesis. So please, a little Barry Manilow on the other flip side. Come on, keep up, white people.
I think this city needs another goddamn rat.
Folks, once again, we'd like to thank you for listening in. I am known as Zen.
And what was my name again?
Bear.
Oh, yeah, I'm the bear.
And I'm Cash. Send me some money, please.
Tune in next time.
To our show.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.